Hey guys, now that you guys are an expert at stigging stuff now, we are going to go a little bit more into application stigging and how to do that. And today, for today's demo, I'm going to talk about stigging Chrome and Edge. And let's start back from the top. Here I have the public cyber domain. And if you want to just go ahead and download the library, it's actually the group policy objects. Download this. For April. It should have pretty much everything. I already went ahead and did that and then unzipped it. So it is right here. This April package. And as you can see, there's Edge and there's Chrome. Like before, we're going to import the templates if they have it. So I think there's Google and Edge right here. So we're going to use LGPO to kind of import these. But first thing, we'll need to copy these files into the policy. So let's do that. So let's go to C, go to Windows, and let's go to Policy Definitions, and let's copy the ADMX right here, Chrome. Let me make sure I might have done this before. Copy, yes, and then copy the ADML. And then we're going to do the same exact thing for Edge. Actually, did I skip it? Right here, Microsoft Edge. Paste it in. And like before, we're going to use our LGPO tool from Microsoft. You're going to use this tool, this executable. Open CMD as an admin. We're going to change directory into it. Now let's list it. And now we want to use this executable. And again, the instructions are in this PDF file. You can see all the command line switches here. So import is /G. So let's do this. Type LGPO tab G. And then we're going to put quotations. We're going to go back into the April. Let's see, where was it? So we're going to let's do Chrome first. GPOs. And then we're going to copy this. Control C. Then Control V, paste in, close the quotations, and there. Now we're going to do the exact same thing for Edge. Double click here. Control C. Click up. Delete this. And now there we go. So now we're going to verify and check if it's actually been stigged. Let's import it. So before I go there, make sure you guys go to the document library and actually download the latest the STIG benchmarks and the SCAP. So you can just type in Chrome here. You want to download these two. Chrome, the benchmarks for the scan and the STIG, the manuals. And then Edge, I think they just released it. You want you also want to get this. So sometimes they don't always have SCAPs or one or the other. So you just gotta use what you can work with. So we're gonna go to File. Actually, go to STIG Explorer. Click Import STIG. And then I already had it set up here. So IT stuff, benchmarks, Chrome, right here. So right here, we're gonna import this one first. And And here's the STIG manual checklist. And then we're gonna select, go to checklist, create checklist, check mark STIGs. Then we're gonna save this checklist. Actually, just save the checklist and just name it Chrome checklist. Then we're gonna go do the same thing for Edge again. We're gonna import. Where's Edge? So again, you go back to the library and remember to download that. This is the manual STIG. So we're gonna import that. Again, uncheck this, check this, do the same thing, create a checklist. I'm gonna save this as Edge checklist. So now what we want to do is scan using the SEC tool and actually import the results so we can see all the fun colors. So here, I've basically installed it ahead of time, so if you don't have this installed, download the 5.4 on, just type in right here in the document library, SCC, and you want to get the one for Windows. It's on the second page, I think, or yeah, you want to get the one for Windows. All right. So what I'm going to do now is this Chrome is basically, I think this is the same one, but just in case, let's delete this one. Make sure we got the latest. You always want to make sure you get the latest because that's usually what the assessors will check, your auditors. So let's go back in there. IT stuff, benchmarks, and then we want to import this right here where it says STIG SCAP benchmarks. This is the latest as of April, I think. I'm going to click install. And now we're going to run a scan. And usually if it's, I guess, classified, you would kind of mark that here. I'm just going to leave it. It's not even, this is just my test environment, but we could put it here. Or public. Whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Let's scan. And right here, we got 97%. Let's see what we're delinquent in. And you can right click this results. And you see we're at 97%. And these are my previous Windows 10 scans. So let's open the summary. And we can see where we're non-compliant at. Okay. And we have URL protocol schema JavaScript must be disabled. And we can easily correct this. No issues. But before we do that, let's go back now that we have this up. Now let's go back to our STIG viewer and import the results. So go back to your Chrome checklist. Import xccdf result file. And now we want to go back to the scans right here. I think the Chrome scans right here. Yep, and this is Chrome here. Select that. So we're only delinquent in one check, one open finding. So let's see what cat 1 is. So not reviewed. So right now, this is a air-gapped network. This is my test VMs. So we got a cat 2 open. And we can easily correct this. And you can go on group policy and fix this. But I'm not going to do that. So moving on to the edge. So let's do a scan on the edge to see what we get. So let's show content again. I think they had it built in Edge. I guess they don't have an Edge SCAP, so I guess you're gonna have to look at it manually with this. And well, we basically can't see, I guess, the cool colors to kind of automate this whole process. But since we did import the GPOs, it should pretty much be done, I hope. but you can go verify by yourself. So what to do next? I want to go touch a little bit about addressing these not reviewed controls or non-compliant. Say we couldn't do this because for what odd reason, and this is where you would document in the POA&M. So the POA&M, stands for Plan of Actions and Milestones, and there's a guide that you can download on I think CDSE. Let me just double check. Go back to my documents. ISO reference though. So there's this PDF file that you can download online, and just type in CDSE POA&M, and they literally tell you how to fill this out. So for example, this Google Chrome control. Where is it? Just checklist. Say we can't, we're not in compliant with this. All you have to do is look at these controls. So we're not hitting the NIST 853 CM7. Just copy paste this. So this is a good interview question, I guess, too. You'll get asked this a lot in a lot of your ISO interviews, isms on what to do if you can't STIG something. Okay. So what you want to do is you can document, whatever reason it is why you can't do it. And let's go back to your POA&M. And let's say this is one weakness deficiency, security control, and they're looking for the 53 right here. Point of contact, I guess, myself, Steven. Resource required. I'm just gonna make something that we need staff. We need staff. We need engineers to complete this, and schedule completion date. Let's say Q3 2021. Milestone complete. And NA, we just started. Change milestone TBD, and I identified it as the auditor, or we could say self-inspection. Self-inspection. And what's the risk? Let's just put medium. It's a Cat 2. Estimate cost. Say we need a full-time employment person, so we need more people to kind of STIG all these applications. Say $100,000. And for the status, right here, depending on what it is here, and in the status, it's either one of these. You have completed, ongoing, delayed, planned, or accepted, and you can't accept unless you have the AO sign off on it. So let's just put ongoing. Actually, no. We planned that we're gonna hire more staff, and we'll come back in 6 months once we have a cybersecurity engineer hired and they can work on this, right? So planned and TBD, more hires needed. And then you could, fill this out, whoever the ISM is, weakness, deficiency, and right here. You can put the rule title, just copy this. Make it look nice and neat. Wrap the text. And here you go. That's how you document the POA&M. If you guys have any questions, comment. I want to also touch bases on application STIG. So if you're building like a new application, some AI, some intelligent stuff, and you want to know more about the cybersecurity and you work on the application layer stuff, so this is where you would go to, I guess you could download the application STIGs right here. I already downloaded this earlier. Open with. So to show you where this is in document library, you just type in application. Where is it? Right here. You want the application and security and development STIG. So this STIG basically is pretty generic. They basically allow your organization to, I guess, read it, interpret it, and kind of address these controls, right? So, and for example, there's the one at the end here. I think there's one that says you're supposed to get certs or something too. E570. So this is kind of funny because now you see why if you work in the DoD, why we kind of have to have Security Plus. Well, this is why. Because, it's just a piece of paper to kind of allow people to know that they're certified, right? And that's pretty much it. You guys can read through this. This is a manual thing. They're not going to tell you how to actually do it. So when you're building your, I guess, applications and you're checking your code and stuff and vulnerabilities, and you can read all this on. They'll tell you how, what you got to do to kind of secure your application. Okay. All right. That's it for this demonstration. I hope that helped.